Please take a second to look over this disclaimer before proceeding to the rest of this video. Hi guys, once again this is Alfred from amassers.com. In this video I want to really try and dig in, and we're going to be looking at how to avoid potential scams and rug pulls. To get to that, however, I want to touch on something a lot more positive and talk about our Fearmonger. This is an app that we give away for free. It's the online apps right here on our site. It's a fear and a greed indicator, which is for Bitcoin, but since Bitcoin is primarily the base currency in all of crypto, you'll find it useful no matter what crypto you're trading. You can see right now we're doing a little better than this is the video I put out when we first put this out. The highest I've seen this in the last couple of years is 36. We were 5 bears in and plus sign also when I done this, and we were at 28. But we've came down a little. The lower we are, the better it is, and we're at 26.195 now, and that only scores out to 4 bears plus. Still a lot of fear in the market, but it's better than it has been in the last couple of weeks. But like I was saying, this entire indicator is explained in detail in this video, and it's completely free. Now, let's get into my little article and checklist that I put up on the site. I'm just going to run through these topics, and we're going to talk about how to avoid crypto scams, guys. I want to start by saying this is by no means a checklist that's comprehensive, so there's going to be tricks. There's going to be things the guys are going to do that are even going to get outside of this checklist. But he's no longer with us now, but John McAfee started a company, a very successful software company by his own family name, McAfee Antivirus, and he started it on the premise of, instead of trying to look for and isolate every virus that comes out because there's just too many of them, he looked for heuristic traits, or another way of saying that is just common traits, and he isolated those, and that way he could capture a bunch of viruses at the same time. Now, this is my little take, and these are like kind of traits that'll help you avoid a lot of these crypto scams and potential rug pulls that are out there. So let's just hop right in. First thing we're going to talk about here is a YouTube check. I'm saying in this article, beware of new channels or channels with 3 months or less of content. I'm not talking about the age of the channel. I'm talking about if there's only 3 months of actual regularly uploaded videos, for me that's a red flag, because the channel's very new. And the reason I say this instead of the age is because you can buy an older YouTube channel. Some people buy them for SEO purposes, to try and have some age and authority to their channel. And I guess that's a legitimate use, but you can also buy them just to promote these scams, and somebody will look and say, well, this channel's been around a while, but that doesn't mean anything. You need to see 3 months, certainly more than 3 months of regularly uploaded content, because, okay, look for a YouTuber that is a serial scam promoter with 6 months or a year plus of, you'll find that everything on their channel, almost everything on their channel, is going to be promoting now defunct scams, shit coins that no longer exist, or if they do, they will exist, but they'll be worth about 5 cents or 5% of whatever they originally set is their all-time high. flashy lifestyle vlogs, traveling and showing most likely rented cars and homes. It's not hard now, guys, to rent a luxury car on a site like I think it's Toro.com. It's not hard to rent a nice place at Airbnb, and so it's there's nothing wrong with Toro and there's nothing wrong with Airbnb, but it's guys are starting to figure out I can kind of use this as some type of social proof for nefarious reasons. Don't be influenced by the contributions. Look, I really hate to focus on someone in particular, but I want to talk about this. This this guy over here has got a channel called the Gifting Tribe. Okay, 400,000 into Swapnex. Swapnex is gone. Um, 500,000 into Metafee yielders. Okay, Metafee yielders right now, at the time that I'm recording this, going through all kinds of excuses, changes, and you may as well really say the product. There was no product from what I'm going to share. There was no product. Okay, 500,000 in that. Now 400,000 over here, 500,000 in this. I don't know. The guy, he erased a lot of videos. There were other videos of stuff he was promoting. Smart Swap. It's gone. I think he had 100,000 in that. COTP. I think he had a 500,000 in that. All of this, and it sounds lovely, guys. He's giving. He's a gifting person. This is a confidence game that sometimes people will play, and please don't let it make you jaded. The app that I shared at the front of this video, I've used the app personally in a different form, but we just fleshed it out to make it a little more easier to digest. But I've used the app and tested it over the years, and I've shared those numbers on my Twitter. You can easily go back and see me sharing numbers like that for both Bitcoin and for the S&P for years, 5, 6, maybe 5, 6 years. If you really just go to my Twitter and just scroll back and look, it's there. Okay, and I can't change the timestamps. So that's why I talk about little um, sites or YouTube channels that popped up in the last few months. Okay, back offices showing uh, huge success in a, a program, and this can sometimes confuse you. Like, there's a lot of investors, a lot of people participating in something. I don't know what back offices are real, what back offices aren't. Sometimes these guys will work with the program administrator. I'm not saying you are before someone gets all in their feelings or not, because I don't know. Okay, that's purely speculation, but I do know that the second I started speaking on programs like this, I started being approached by people who wanted me to advocate for them. Okay, I know that. I've got emails I can show you firsthand. That happens. Okay, let's move on. Telegram chat support. When there's only a Telegram group for a program, or if you're on that cesspool called Telegram, uh, there's no way for you to actually even have a base of who do you contact for support in the program or whatever, or the coin or the token or whatever you want to call it. There's no base there. And guys love that because you just close your Telegram account and you just disappear. The same thing happened with Swapnex recently. Okay, no website. This is kind of falling into the same thing. Our website expires in less than 4 years. Now, you can register a website for a multitude of years. Hey, it may cost you a little bit, but you can certainly do that. This isn't a be all, end all, but it's certainly a bad sign when you see a site that doesn't even have, you know, more than a year of registration. Let me show you guys how to check that out really quick. I went here to Google and I'm going to do a search that's free who is lookup. Okay, who is going to tell you who owns a website. So here's a free who is lookup. I just clicked on the first one that was there. We're going to go and look for just here's some searches I've been doing recently. This is one I see people talking about now, funds, FUNDSZ. Okay, let's do a search. Here's funds registered at Namecheap. So it really sounds like there's a big serious investor behind this registering at Namecheap, guys. It costs $8.99, $9 to register a domain for a year over there. It's a little cheaper than the $13, $14 that most of the time it'll cost you. The expiration date on this is what we're looking for. Um, for starters, registered on. Lots of times I'll see guys and they'll talk about, oh, this has been operational since 2020 because see, I see a registration date here. That doesn't mean it's been operational. That means that's when this site was first registered and maybe somebody bought the domain. Again, they're trying to buy something that has some age to it to build confidence that this site is actually operated under whatever its design is for a multitude of years. But this is going to expire just in a year. How you find when it probably changed is right here, updated on. That's when they had to change to the new servers, so that's probably less than a month. So this just basically popped up this month. You know, it's or not much further since then. There's a little other information you can glean. The country, sometimes this is here. I think that's Iceland. Um, this is something I look at, and I mentioned over there in my article as well. This is a privacy setting. Guys, there's nothing wrong if somebody wants to have their privacy. There's no, but lots of times these guys will hide behind that privacy setting over there. Okay, using similar or identical scripting or these so-called forks. When you copy people's stuff nowadays, guys have a cute name for it. They call it a fork. Okay, whatever. What this means is you don't have anything invested in the development. You maybe changed a few numbers or changed the template or whatever, but a lot of what was there is already there. And if someone's not willing to invest a lot in their business, you probably aren't going to go very far if you're investing a lot of your hard earned money with them. Let's look at an example. Here's P2P Theater. Now, this site just popped up recently the last couple of weeks, and COTP is no longer with us. I don't even think you can get to the site by the domain. What does this look like? Gee, recent guys getting paid in P2P Theater. Okay, this guy's already over here promoting it. So here's the inside. I'm not going to register on that site, but here's the inside. Look, there's intelligent competition for orders. See, a guy goes out and somebody else, maybe they have good intentions, maybe they got ripped off and now they want to rip somebody off. Okay? They say, well, the money is all there. This is how I do it. Dun 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 dun, whatever. And you end up with stuff like this, which is just this is the same COTP script. Somebody probably bought it for $100 or so, and they want to be the next COTP. So avoid that. Let's keep going. Fake CEO. And again, I have no problem with someone wanting to be anonymous. I don't know Satoshi Nakamoto, and I have thousands, tens of thousands of dollars worth of crypto. Okay? I said that in another video. But I don't have a problem with someone wanting to be anonymous. But when you want to come out here and portray yourself and you're a fake CEO, yeah, I've got a problem with that because you're trying to build confidence by acting like you're being very transparent when you're really not. Now, again, I don't like to single people out and I don't want to talk about people, but let's look at an example of this. This is Michel Dehar. This is the same guy that's a CEO of MetaFi Yielders. Okay, and I saw everybody promoting this. Now, before somebody says, well, Alfred, are you just some guy on the outside? You make these bitter videos. This is the first video I've made like this in probably over 7 or 8 years because I noticed this a lot in binary options. Look, there's me putting $3,000 into this program. That's $3,000. Okay, then I saw stuff in the back office, and one of the things I saw was Michael Dehar, however he pronounces his name, said he was a software developer. My brother and I have developed lots of software over more than a decade now. Probably more than two at this point. You know, when we first started trading, we had to build our own software in order to really trade. And so this guy really made me think. I was like, well, okay, it's a guy and he's building out his own software. He's got a small startup company. That all sounds great to me. And it spoke to me because it's very similar to my own personal experience with my brother. Okay, so I was ready to contribute $3,000 to the project. When I got in, I noticed that he had an add funds button and he also had a investment button. Well, if you add funds, you had to write someone and see if you could somehow get the funds over into the right area of the database, I would imagine. And so that it would be added into the investment pool. To me, that's a big red flag. But you know, you have to be very involved in order to understand and see that that is just a red flag right there. I wasn't aware of this. I went to a site called Beyond MLM, and they pointed out, hey, that this is the same guy over here. That's this guy um, over here. Let's listen for a second.
We're not going anywhere, so I'm not sure why everybody's panicked. We're trying to keep everybody up to date as much as possible. But hello to everybody who's joining us quickly tonight. We'll wait a few minutes. I was a little bit late because we do have a storm here in Australia. I wish I could turn off the comments, but I'm not going to. Everybody's entitled to speak. I just will ignore some of the comments and questions. So
Now, let's go over here.
Hi guys, Walawa TV and you're cooking with Misho, and today we're going to show you how to decorate a simple sponge cake with colourful fruits for that emergency birthday event, or just simply for that beautiful eye candy of fruit. These are the ingredients that we need, and we start off with some canned apricots, marmalade, glazed cherries.
Okay, it's the same guy. Excellent chef, maybe. I don't know how much he knows really about investing at all. Okay, I don't know that he has any software. I do know that he misrepresented himself. It's using a name that's not really his. I, I'm fairly certain he's not really a web developer because you wouldn't have had those redundant links in your website. But that's enough about that and whatever. I don't know the gentleman's name. He makes some beautiful cakes, okay? But somewhere along the way, I think people have invested around millions with the guy. The last I heard, and this changes every day, he said he's going to give the money back without with some type of 25% fee. So he'll keep a quarter of your money, but if you're lucky, he'll give 3/4 of it back. And I'm hopeful that he's going to do that. He did, in fact, after I pointed out this flaw, he returned my 3K originally. That was like a month ago before the crash. And I think he was probably taking in a lot of money then. So he returned a full deposit. No documented actual historical trading data. Okay, this is a big one. And it's not just in crypto. I've seen this ever since we've sold trading software, and that's been a long time now. Lots of times, guys will come on with a chart, but the chart is after the fact, and they'll say, I would have got in here, and I would have bought here, and I would have sold here, and etc. etc. Okay, but no one is showing you any real time trades. No one's showing you any real data. Let me show you an example of this. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's um here's our Twitter. It's at Trader Alfred, twitter.com. Okay, some answers right here. This is May the 11th. I can't change this date. And I mentioned, hey, we're down here. We may hit this bottom again. I put a line here. I said, we may hit this bottom again. If you got the nerve for it, you may buy if we can get back here at 437. Okay, this is May the 11th. And as I was saying this, you can see right here the market's on its way back down to hit that area. I'm also warning and cautioning and mentioning that there's been a sale program for 10 hours. There's something I'm talking about. You can't find this. This is a market maker box. This makes all of the trades that are going on very transparent. And that particular trade I'm pointing out right there, that's someone selling the Pancake Swap token. They're selling $1 million worth of this token. That's 200,000 tokens at one time for more than $1 million. That type of transparency isn't available to everyone for free. It is available inside of crypto. All of crypto isn't bad. It doesn't have to be bad. But like in everything, there are going to be some bad actors. It seems like sometimes now these bad actors, they 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 get all in their feelings when people are pointing out things about them. What is somebody supposed to do? Are you going to be applauded for these things? Let's be realistic, people. You know, let's be realistic. That's all I gotta say about that. But you can tell there's a date. There's actual an actual call, and I marked that off over here on the chart. Again, let's keep it real. This is the 11th. This is when I made that call. And hey, we just kept dumping. These are 4-hour candles, so we dumped probably the rest of that day. Then we got back to my level, that yellow line that I've marked off here. That's $4.37. Then we got back down again. We got back up here again. They keep hugging this line, and suddenly this line regains its ability to be support. That's 437, and we can just keep playing the market along. Even right now, you can see we're at $4.90. Okay, that's now it took you almost 2 weeks, but that's a profitable trade. That's what I mean by sharing real trading history in real time. I can't fake that. I had to make the call when I don't know the outcome. Okay, using hot bud buzzwords, bud words is another trait. Okay, guys. Um, Metaverse, it's a hot topic. NFTs right now is a hot topic. Yield farming is a hot topic. DeFi or decentralized finance, I didn't list that, but it's another hot topic. Let's take them again. I'm not trying to just pick on a particular platform, but let's look at MetaFi yielders. It's a mashup of the metaverse and DeFi, decentralized finance, and yielders from yield farming. That's all it is. And you'll psychologically be drawn to it because of the name MetaFi Yielders. Okay? Now, showing financial licenses to build confidence. If you own a company and you're showing a license on your site, that's fine. But when you have a newly established company and you're showing a license just to build confidence, if you see a license like ASIC and somebody's telling you they're trying to be very compliant and they're taking in any type of deposits into their platform, the license is in Australia. You have a license to operate in Australia. You don't have a license to solicit someone to participate in your investment around the world. If an ASIC license gave you that, then why would everybody just go to Australia and register there and become an investment advisor or a platform, whatever you want to call it? The reason the borders are there, that's why. Because you have to come over here and you have to be regulated by the CFTC. Now, lastly, let's talk about the compensation structure. Um, I don't like when I see a program and the program is structured with 9 levels deep or 7 levels deep. This means that early adopters of the program are basically going to have almost everyone fall right under them somewhere in that structure, and at any time they can leave with a majority of what capital is there as the program reaches its maturity. Um, I'm not saying anything, not trying to be derogatory about someone that's an affiliate. I've done affiliate marketing. I've I own several sites with my brother. There are affiliate opportunities on them, some of them, but there are opportunities that have been around for ages, and there are opportunities that have a legitimate business. They provide a legitimate product or service, and therefore you can feel good about affiliating yourself with something that's providing a legitimate product or service. Okay. Another thing is I don't like when I see these things that are front loaded. One of the things that struck me about COTP and even SwapNext is they were only compensating you a portion of the actual profits from the program, not just, hey, I'm going to hand you 10%, 12% or whatever before we've done a trade the first, because that doesn't make sense. If you were running a investment service here, any type of portfolio management or whatever, routinely you'll work on what's called a 220 deal. Um, that means whatever capital someone deploys with you, and again we're talking about crypto here. So yeah, hey, it's a new um, instrument. It doesn't necessarily have to work this way, but with legacy instruments, assets, it worked off of 220, which means that 2% of what you contribute is given as a maintenance fee, and 20% of the actual profits generated are withheld is compensation for the administration of the trading. So when you see someone doing 20% up front or whatever, that's just dramatically outside of the scope of anything that would ever be approved, in my opinion, by any governing body over here. And that pretty much covers everything, guys. Again, this is how to avoid crypto scams and potential rug pulls. It's certainly not comprehensive, but we talked about and showed a lot of examples of what to look out for. And I'm sure there's a lot more. If you guys want to leave some things in the comments, that's fine too. Let's all work together to build a better community, to build crypto in a way where, guys, everyone can be happy to be here and participating. And everyone, I like to make money with people. You make good friends by making money with people. You make bad, bad um, reputations for yourself by promoting uh, opportunities that have heuristic traits like what I pointed out here in this video. That's all for now, guys. Hope this helps someone. Don't forget to visit our site for the latest crypto news and to keep track on the sentiment of Bitcoin and the crypto market overall using our Fearmonger indicator over here. Once again, this is Alfred for amassers.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If we've helped you, please help us by sharing this content with others.